or something. Okay, this one is the cable. So this is the pencil keyboard. The keyboard where it's used for moving, like in the window there is hinge, right? So that is called keyboard. That is used for moving, right? So this is the turning point. Okay, this is the, with the help of keyboard it moves. And this one, it hold all the tension, all the force. This one, it hold all the tension, all the force, you can see. Okay, now, so they will give you, like for example, they add something here, a force, a ball or something, whatever. Suppose here is a ball, here is something, a flower or whatever, flower. So see here, so when they give you this type of question, okay, you can see this one. So they will give you angle here, suppose this one is 30. So when they give you angle, you have to split. Okay, when the force is acting like this, okay, you have to split the forces. How you split? Horizontal and vertical. Horizontal, or this is horizontal and this is the vertical. Okay, you split it whenever they are giving you something like this. So what's your work? You have to split into two forces. One is vertical and one is horizontal. Vertical and horizontal. Again I am repeating, when they give you a force and an angle, so you have to split the force. So how you will split the force? Vertical and horizontal, always. Okay, so vertical is force multiplied by sine theta, and horizontal is force multiplied by cos theta. Again I am repeating, vertical is force multiplied by sine theta and horizontal is force multiplied by cos theta. Okay, so again let me repeat, if they give you this type of question, there will be a pivot point. Okay, and it is very important, where is the pivot point, you have to know, because without this point you cannot solve the question. Okay, so they will give you some weight here or some force here and a ball, flower. So the reason behind to know where the pivot point, because moment is, formula for moment is force into distance, but the distance is from where? From the pivot. It should start from the pivot. Okay, so for example, if you want to find this one, so you can see this weight you should know, the force you should know, but also you should know the distance of this, right? So you can find the force of the ball and moment of the ball. And if you want to find the moment of the flower, so you should know force and you should know distance from where? From the pivot. Okay, so that's why you should know the pivot point. Again I am repeating, see here, first you have to know the pivot point, because this distance, for example, this is 25 centimeter, okay, and this is 30 centimeter, so you should know. Okay, sometimes what they do is like they give, this is 25 centimeter, this is something like this. So you have to add this to 25 plus 5, total will be 30, right? So I guess you should know. Again I am repeating, in this type of question you should know where the pivot point, and they will give you some force here and there, and you should, and they will say you to find the force of weight or something, whatever. Okay, So again I'm repeating, when they give you like this angle, you have to split the force. One will be vertical, one will be horizontal. They will ask you horizontal force, they will ask you vertical force. So the vertical force is 4 sine theta. The force, here, for suppose the force of this cable 30 newton. Okay, so it will be 30 multiplied by sine, what is the angle? 30. Sine theta is 30, right? This one will be 30 multiplied by cos 30. Okay, so they will ask you vertical force and horizontal force. Okay, so again I'm repeating, if they are given like this question, they will give you angle, they will give the weight of the cable or whatever. Okay, then here they will ask they will give you some weight here, they will ask you the force or whatever they will ask you. Okay, so see in this question, this one, see here they have given ball. Okay, so now they are asking, okay, they are asking the weight of this one. Okay, so you should know the distance and the pivot. Okay, pivot is this one, so you should know the distance from the pivot. So this is 3 meters. So what about the ball? Okay, we have to know. Okay, let me see some question. So this is the question here. Okay, so they are asking some this. Okay, they have given a wire here. You can see they have given a wire here, a wire they have given, and the force is given 44 newton. Okay, you have to read the question. Okay, you have to read the question. Okay, and there is angle is given, you can see. So you have to, when angle is given, what you have to do, you have to split the force. Okay, you have to split the force. So this is upward force, and this is the cos force. Okay, I mean the horizontal force. Okay, so here they have given one weight W, so you should know the force, or else they will say to find the force. They have given distance, okay, from the pivot, that is 0.64. Okay, okay, so one more thing you should know here. Okay, you know the formula for moment, force into distance. You know how to split vertical into horizontal when the angle is given. You should know here. See here, I've written everything here. Downward force are especially, we say it is a clockwise. Okay, it goes clockwise. Downward force is actually like clockwise force, and upward force we take it as a anti-clockwise always. Downward force we take it as a clockwise, and upward force we take it as a anti-clockwise. Okay, now see. Okay, see this one here. Moment is force into distance, clockwise force, okay, anti-clockwise, whatever. Okay, see here, all downward force on the right of the pivot will be clockwise. All upward force on the right of the pivot will be anti-clockwise. Okay, if the pivot is here, okay, pivot is this side. Okay, then this is the pivot. Okay, and this is the table. This is the right side. Okay, so all the force whatever acting, it will be clockwise, and upward if it is acting, it will be anti-clockwise. Again I'm repeating, all if the pivot is here and the force are acting right side, up and down, so this all will be clockwise. You will take it, and this upward force you will take it anti-clockwise. So what is it like, pivot is this side, and this is the left side, so this will be opposite. If it is acting like this, it will be downward force, you will take it as a anti-clockwise, and this you will take it as a clockwise. Okay, so you have to see where is the pivot. Okay, so see here, all upward force on the right will be anti-clockwise. Okay, and all downward force on the left, this left downward force, it will be anti-clockwise, and all upward force in the pivot, it will be clockwise. It is acting this side. Okay, so you should know this. So if the pivot is this side and the force are acting right side, this all will be downward, down will be clockwise, and all upward force will be anti-clockwise. If the pivot is this side and these are acting downward force will be opposite, you can say. Okay, so you have to see where is the pivot for this question. Okay, pivot and everything is acting right side, right? So we will take all the downward force as a clockwise and all the upward force as anti-clockwise. So downward force is this. Okay, I can see only one downward force, and upward force is this. Okay, so we have to find the distance, you know how to find the moment, so we need this question. So here simply they are asking find the vertical component, so you know the vertical component, right? And they are asking here all component of the force. Okay, so here they are asking horizontal, that is also easy, f cos 30. Okay, and now here this is the question. By taking the moment about p, so p is the pivot, determine the weight. So here what you have to do, you have to write clockwise is equal to anti-clockwise, you know the formula or the moment. Okay, clockwise equals, so all the clockwise force you have to write this side, and all the anti-clockwise force. So clockwise we have weight, and anti-clockwise we have this one, the upward force. So what is the distance from the pivot? Distance is this whole distance, right? There you have to add the distance, right? That is so you have to add the distance. It's 0.64 plus 0.96, right? 0.64 plus 0.96. Okay, this is the full distance from the pivot. Okay, what about the weight? Weight is, okay, we don't know, and the distance is 0.64, right? Okay, weight distance is what? 0.64. Okay, so you can arrange and you can find the W, right? So here I have written force multiplied by distance from the pivot. So for the this vertical force, you know, it is 0.64 plus 0.96 distance, and the W we don't know, and the distance 0.64. So you arrange it and find the W. Okay. Okay, now there is one problem. Okay, see here, why we are not taking this horizontal force, the vertical force we are taking, but why? Because the reason behind we don't take the vertical one, because it is lying in the pivot. That's why we will not take the horizontal force. What is the reason behind we are not taking this force? Consider, because it is lying at the pivot. Whatever is lying at the pivot, we will not take. We never take horizontal force for the this clockwise and anti-clockwise moment. Okay. See here, there is one more question. First find the where is the pivot. Okay, you have to find this. See, I have marked pivot is A here, so all the force are acting right side. So you know all the force when it is acting right side, down force are clockwise and upward force are anti-clockwise. So for sure when there is angle, we know there is one upward force, that is this one. Okay, vertical component, right? And so we have two downward force, upward force, you can see this. Okay, so here basically there are vertical components, so vertical force is equal to sine theta, right? The force of what? The horizontal one, which we don't need also, but sometimes they say to calculate. Okay, whatever. So you can see this is the weight and the distance is. So here they will give you like see for distance, you know, they are giving this whole is 0.56. Okay, and this much is 0.20 and this one is 0.20. Okay, so you know you have to know this distance, this this distance you should know for the weight, and this distance you should know for the vertical, this one the vertical force, and this distance you should know for the weight. Okay, these three distance you have to know. So this one is very easy to find. Okay, this is already given 0.57 for the vertical force. Okay, and this one is given, okay, for the weight this is 0.56 plus 0.20 for the weight. And what about this force? How much is this one for the 23 one? How much is that one? Okay, so this one we have to find. Okay, how we will find this one? um, okay, here how I got 0.48, I will check it later and I will inform you. So here the main thing is like you have to find the pivot. You should know what are the downward force and what are the upward force. All the downward force we take it as a clockwise, and all the upward force we take it as a anti-clockwise. And for sure you know one vertical force is the upward force, right? So downward force, they can give anything, weight, they can give anything, any object hanging. Okay, those all the things you will take it as the downward force. Okay, same for this one also. See, you can see something is hanging here. Okay, this is the pivot. You have to find the pivot, and this is the tension, you can say weight or whatever. So you have to split this one, right? One vertical and one horizontal, right? So one vertical, your vertical will be 30 sine theta and horizontal will be 30 cos theta. Okay, so this one, whatever. So downward force is this one, and something they have given here, they can ask this one. Okay, so here the problem is distance. Okay, this full distance is 120. What will be the distance of this? Okay, this one you have to find. Okay, so um, so here they are asking for vertical component, you know, that is the sine theta, uh, 30 sine theta, yeah, 30 sine theta. Okay, so wait. So this you can take this one vertical component 30 sine theta. Okay, 30 sine theta is 30 sine 15. Okay. Okay, here you know they are asking for clockwise and anti-clockwise. You know, clockwise force. Here you can see this one. This one is the clockwise, and this one is the anti-clockwise, right? Okay. So clockwise is force into distance, and anti-clockwise is what force into distance, and there's also W, that is also force into distance. Okay, see here there are two clockwise force. Okay, downward there are two force acting. So one is this one and one is the this M. Okay, and for the anti-clockwise there are only one force. Okay, so for here you can see I wrote take a mistake, yeah. So this will be clockwise. Okay, clockwise there are two poles and this will be anti-clockwise. Okay, in anti-clockwise there are one pole, that is vertical force. This one, okay, force into distance or 8.5 into 0.60, and this is okay 1.2 into W. Okay, so this one, so for the distance 0.60, this you have to find. So this pool is 1.2, so what will be distance of this 8.5 weight? Okay, so you see here this distance they never give, so they hang one distance, I mean one weight at the middle of the beam, at the middle of the beam. Okay, so this distance they never give, actually this distance is the half of 1.2, so you will 1.2 divided by 2, so it will be 0 point something, 0.60. Okay, this is the half, this act at the half of the beam. Okay, so when you know the full distance, so this one you will divide by 2 all the time. So one force always act at the half of the beam, so this distance they never give. So here also for this one also, see here they did not give the this weight, they did not give this distance, this is the full distance was 0.96, so you know 0.5, 0.96 divided by 2 is 0.48, so this one act at the half of the beam. Okay, again I'm repeating, they will give you full distance but they don't give you this distance, because you should know this is it act at the half of the beam, so it will be 0.2 divided by 2 and the distance will be 0.60. Okay, so here I don't say this thing again and again. So, you know, this is vertical force, this is vertical force, you know, this is horizontal force, and so in this type of portion, see here, now this is upside down, before it was like this, okay, this side, now you can see pivot is here down, so all the force are down. Okay, now pivot is this side and everything is left side. Okay, before it was pivot for this way, everything was right side. Okay, so here now it's opposite, like before downward force we take it as a clockwise and upward force we take it as anti-clockwise. Now we will take opposite, because the pivot is this side and all the force are acting left side, so the downward force will be now anti-clockwise and upward force will be clockwise. So here upward force is this and downward force at this one, and this one is displayed. Okay, so here they will give you like this, and you have to split vertical and horizontal. Okay, so vertical force, you know, it will be acting downward here, so it will be also anti-clockwise. Okay, so we split it, and here the T is also anti-clockwise, you know the distance is 1.50 plus 0.30, right? So again I'm repeating, you have to say the pivot. Okay, pivot is this side, if all the forces are acting right side, then you will take downward force as a clockwise and upward force as anti-clockwise. If pivot is this side and all the forces are acting left side, then the anti-clockwise and upward force will be clockwise. Okay, this is the difference, nothing is the difference, and the angle is also same, but you know, just you have to split. Okay, So here same thing. Okay, uh, pivot is okay. This one now see here. Some pivot is in the middle. Some force are acting right side. Some force are acting left side. So right side force you will take it as a clockwise. Left side force you will take it as a anti-clockwise. Right. So please learn this thing. Where is the pivot you have to see. All the forces, all the downward force on the right of the pivot is clockwise. All the upward force of the right pivot is anti-clockwise, and all downward force of the left is anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise. Okay, so you have to see where is the pivot. Okay, so here left side this is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise. Right side, what are the force acting? This one. Okay, so you have to split it horizontal and vertical, and this one is acting left side tension, so you have to see the distance. So here the distance will be like this. How you will take the distance? So from here the pivot is here, so this distance plus this distance, right? So you have to take this distance and this distance. So because moment is force into distance from the pivot, it should reach the pivot. Okay, okay. So for this distance you have to take 0.30 plus 0.90, and here you can see this force you are splitting it, right? So this force is you can say 38 into cos 60 and 38 into sin 60, right? So find the force. Okay, and get the distance also, and you can find here. So see here. Okay, and this one is this force. Okay, so this force distance is this 0.90. Okay, okay. Now don't ask me like, okay, why we are not taking this distance. We don't take this distance, we just split this force. Okay, so distance is 0.90. Okay, so here mainly in this type of question you have to see where is the pivot. Then only you can decide which one you will take clockwise, which one you will take anti-clockwise. Okay, so see here in this also we don't take this distance. Okay, right? So don't ask this silly question like for vertical force why we are not taking this distance. Okay, here for the tension it is starting from here, so that's why we have to take this distance and this distance to reach the pivot. Okay, so recent paper, all the questions, most of the questions are like it's like this. Okay, so you have to see where is the pivot, then you can decide which force you will take clockwise and which you will take anti-clockwise. So it's not that hard. Okay, see this one also, let me explain you this one. Okay, see here. Same, it's acting downward at the pivot, and these all are all the left side, right? The force are left side. Okay, again you can see this one. So the force which is acting here, you can see downward, it will be like clockwise, right? Let me check again. So see this question. Okay, see, so this is left side, it is the force are acting left side. So see here on this one, so this two we will take it as anti-clockwise, and the upward force we will take it as a clockwise. So this one is the upward force. Okay, we will take it as a clockwise, and this tension is downward force, and the vertical force is also downward force, so we will take it as a anti-clockwise. Okay, so you have to see where is the pivot and how it is acting. Okay, the force are acting up or down. Okay, just do it. It's very easy. Okay, now understand for questions you can do it very easily. So let us see this type of question. Okay, now this is straight, when the beam is straight. So you can see there is a pivot. What pivot is this? Okay, so some forces acting right side, some force acting left side. So when it is like this, so you can see this diagram. For the right side we will take it as a clockwise right side, but if it is down we will take it as a clockwise. If it is up we will take it as anti-clockwise. Left side, when it is down we will take it as anti-clockwise. If it is up we will take it as a clockwise. Okay, so you can see all the down force. Okay, so this you can take it as a, here I take it as an anti-clockwise, it doesn't matter. Okay, you take it as a clockwise. The downward force you take it as a clockwise, and upward force, if there is any upward force, you take it as an anti-clockwise. Okay, here downward force, see now. So the limit of the W. So where is W? Where is W? Or W is here, in the left side. So take left side as an anti-clockwise. Okay, so you can just arrange it. The distance are here, just find it out. Okay, this is not that hard, these type of questions. Same for this question also is nothing hard. The pivot is calculate the weight of X. Okay, so P is here. Okay, now they are saying okay. The pivot. Okay, the pivot is here, so there are some force acting this side, some force acting this side. So you can take it as this one as a clockwise, these all are as a anti-clockwise, so they are acting down left side. So take, just find the weight for and force of this X. Same for this also, the pivot, find the pivot is A. So all the forces are acting right side, so this downward force will be clockwise. This is clockwise, 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 and this one will be anti-clockwise. Okay, then find distance is also given. Find it. Same for this one, pivot is given, some forces are acting clockwise, some forces are acting, this is right side, and this is left side of the pivot, left side. We check. will find the moment, the force W. Yeah, they're asking for the force. So see here, I don't want to explain any more question because these are very easy. What you have to consider is like, pivot they will give. You have to see the right side and left side. So whatever the force is acting right side, it will be clockwise. Whatever the force is acting, it will be anti-clockwise. So if it is upward, it will be anti-clockwise. Like upward, it is anti-clockwise. Upward from left, it will be clockwise. Again, I am repeating. Pivot you will check. If the 14 in the right side downward, it will be clockwise. If it the right side um, upward, it will be anti-clockwise. If it is acting downward, it will be clockwise. And in the left side, if it is acting downward, it will be anti-clockwise. And if it is acting upward, it will be clockwise. This is the thing you have to remember. So other first you will find the pivot of any question, then you will find the force, and distance is this. Okay, moment is force into distance, and clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever. And one more question, this one, just go through this one. Okay, if they are given an angle, you have to split the force. Okay, and this again here also you have to find the pivot. Okay, pivot you will find all the right side force will be clockwise. Okay, and all the right side upward force will be anti-clockwise. That's it. And one more thing also here, you can see in the paper they have given also left side. This type of question they are given you left side, so you have to see the question. Okay, this is right side. Pivot is here, and all the forces are acting right side up and down. So this is easy, but here one question they give you pivot is left side and all the forces are acting that side. See this type of question, so you have to see. Okay, here downward force will be what? All the downward force will be clockwise. Yes, all the downward force will be anti-clockwise and upward force will be clockwise. So this you have to just memorize. Okay, and see here the angle is given, so you have to split the angle. So it will go this one will go, when you split, this one will go down side, so it will be downward. You have to take this as a downward. Okay, so it will be anti-clockwise. That's it. Everything is easy. Okay.